Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be going through the Perth Scorchers versus Melbourne Renegades game recap that occurred at Optus Stadium, and what a game it was. Melbourne looked like they had the game won with Perth. What were they, like 6 for 80 odd or whatever in the power surge in about the 14th over or something. Then Perth scrambled towards 147 in the end. And Perth looked like they had it won in the power play as well, having the Renegades, 4 for 10 or something like that? Or 3 for 9 or something? Let me just double check what they were in the end. They were in the end 4 for 9 here. 4 for 10 after 4.3 overs. That looked like the game was dead and buried then when they were needing almost 10 runs and over at that point. But then, lo and behold, Will Sutherland and Tom Rogers came to the rescue, and the Renegades, they came from absolutely nowhere and stole it. So I think it just shows this BBL season that you're never out of a chase at the moment with the way it's looking. I think there's been 25 games so far and 19 teams have won chasing. I'm pretty sure that also means that with the 1 or 2, we've had one washout as well. So that might be, is this game 25 that we're seeing? Oh yeah, so no, 19 out of 25 games that are played have been won by the team chasing. Partially, I think that is just that some of the games you do get rollovers, as well as the point that I think some of the stronger teams have been chasing quite a lot, which sort of it suits them, I guess. But anyway, let's just jump into this video anyway. So, first of all, let's just go through, I guess we'll just run it from the top here. Aaron Hardy, runnable 34, wasn't really getting involved in the scoring, moving the game forward. But as well, he just couldn't, he was struggling to actually just find the gaps and stuff. So he ended up a runnable 34, so only 34 points for him, I think, the whole time. Yep, no bowling or fielding points there as well. Finn Allen was 1 run away from, even if you just take the 20 bonus points, that would have been a 70 if he'd got that extra run per se. Even if it was a 20 off 13, that would have gotten the 150 bonus. Sorry, the 150 strike rate. And that would have got him the, let me just double check. 20 off 13 is a 153 strike rate. That would have got him exactly what we needed. And put him out of 70, and the 70 is a huge in a single. But still a 49 for him because the keeping is absolutely wonderful. And I think that keeping really does help him out. To be honest with you, I think he can average 2 or so catches per game just with the gloves on. And I'm pretty sure he's there for the remainder of the tournament. And if we just go here quickly to see who they have left, if I just click on anyone, season stats, does it show who they have remaining? They've got Sydney Sixers, Sydney Thunder, and Adelaide. Sydney Sixers at the SCG will be interesting for Finn Allen, but it is a small ground with a small square boundary, so he could be good there. Then he's got Sydney Thunder at NG. NG could actually be quite a hard place to go at the moment because it is pissing down in Sydney, as we know, for the Thunder double that's coming up tonight. So that could almost turn into a really hard deck to actually play on. And then he's got Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. That will be a really good place to go to. So for 3 games left for the likes of Finn Allen, I think that those are really 3 good spots to go. 3 decent spots to go. I mean, we'll just have to see how the Sydney Thunder pitch looks at NG Stadium, because that could be a rough one, to be honest with you. As we've seen in the past, that spinners can, after an absolute downpour like we're getting at the moment, spinners can absolutely profit. So I just watched that space there with Finn Allen. Mitch Marsh, he sucked. Simply put, LBW to Will Sutherland, just got a ball on middle stump that he missed. I hated how the commentary was from the studio from Fox Sports, and it just sucks. It sucked in AFL season, and it's even worse at cricket season, to be honest with you, as they don't have a thing on the umpire or anything like that. They almost need a separate camera that's just focused in on the umpire or something like that, but that's an extra camera that they got to pay for, etc. So just have your commentators at the ground. It shouldn't be that hard. Cooper Connolly, he got a second ball duck to Tom Rogers. Tom Rogers and Will Sutherland did a lot of the damage up top. Then you've also got Ashton Turner getting bowled by Kane Richardson for 8, putting them in 5 or 4 down for not many. 4 for 46 after almost 7 overs. They looked pretty much gone at that point. And then you had Nick Hobson get a 12 off 14. He's just used to that finisher role for when he was coming in with 13 overs to go. Like we say with Tim David, effectively, it just doesn't suit him. I don't think he's ever a Supercoach option just because of that, because he's so up and down, I feel like. And I feel like he'll average 25, but his ceiling is a 70, and his floor is easily a 0. And I don't think he has too much to do in the field, as well as he's also carrying injuries, so I don't even think he fielded out there at the moment. Ashton Agar, he was absolutely nuts. Got the 51 off 30, so that is max strike rate bonus plus the 10 for the 50. So that's 35 plus 51, 86 with the bat itself. Don't think he did anything with the ball, to be honest with you. Jai Richardson got to 11, and I was just thinking at the time that he's probably going to go off because it just felt like that where a bowler would go off, and you'll see that circa with the Renegades, that the bowlers did go off with the bat, and probably just shows the value of the bowlers, because we know that the batters don't bowl, whereas the bowlers can bat, and I think that is one of the defining factors, alongside the fact that the dot balls aren't matched in terms of the with anything in the with the batting categories. It doesn't really line up with anything. So yeah, I just think that guys like Jai Richardson and guys like Ashton Agar, these guys that can take 2 for in a game, but also hold the willow for a steady 10, and you'll see Tom Rogers as well. Those are the big scorers, and alongside the all-rounders itself, the guys that can genuinely bat. But those are the big scorers because they know how they can get bonuses in both categories, which is absolutely huge. And then Matt Kelly, etc. He didn't do anything. Zampa took some poles. Behrendorff, 5 off 6. For those owners, he did score a little bit. And then to the bowlers, Tommy Rogers, 2 for 39, got smacked around a little bit by Finn Allen at the start, and I think also by Ashton Agar at the end. 2 for 39 though, you'll take that from him. That was a good 50, or I think it was 50 flat with the ball, which is really good. Gurinder Sandhu did nothing. Will Sutherland, 2 for 22 with the ball, 13 dot balls. I think he ended up around about, let me actually just check, what did he score with the, it's annoying that he got under the strike rate bonus. That would have been another 5 points, but he ended up with 40, 11 and 15, so that's 26, 66 with the ball, which is really good, and then 100 flat with the bat. Then you have Kane Richardson, 1 for 28. That's probably, I'd say, 10 points, 20, so 30. Probably ended up with a 36 or so. 37 for Richo on the dot there. And then Bethel only 1 over as he killed an over, basically. And I thought that over almost let the Perth Scorchers back into the game. As they didn't go for the kill, it sort of allowed, I'm pretty sure at the time it was the 10th or so over. Or maybe even the 11th over. No, so it was the 10th over itself. It sort of just didn't, it allowed the Perth Scorchers to sort of just get to the 10 over mark, give or take, at about 60 odd. And they weren't 5 or 6 down at that point. Whereas if you go back in with like a Sandhu or even a Rogers or someone like that, or even get a Zampa in at that point, maybe they're 6 down before the power surge, and you have Hardy and stuff like that out, and it's already an easier chase. Then we get over to the Renegades. Seifert, a duck, and then also Fraser McGurk, a golden, caught by Finn Allen. I was glad about the Finn Allen points, but annoyed that they couldn't get a run off of Behrendorff, because that 15-point maiden would have been a little bit easier to swallow if it wasn't there. As he ended up, I think, on a 99 or something. 99. That would have been an 84 without the maiden. It starts to get a little bit lower, as he's just an absolute talent. And a guy that I really want to bring in on round 9 probably, because I don't want to bring him in against the Sixers, given that I have a lot of the Sixers batters, etc., or a lot of Sixers players in general, and so I probably just want the Sixers to smash the Scorchers, to be honest with you, for both being a fan and also just in general, it makes it a lot easier when you're not having 6 or 7 guys on the same game. But yeah, so probably want to hold off against the Sixers there. Then you've got, you've got Seifert, Golden, Marcus Harris. He held the ship up basically and got them through the hard times that were. Fraser McGurk, Bethel 2, he got caught. It looked like at one point that Jai Richardson was probably going to have the weirdest sort of 40 or 30 game you'll ever see, with like 11 with the bat, sort of around a 10, 15 point strike rate bonus and like a 10 dot ball bonus. But he ended up taking 2 for and ended in the 70s, I want to say. 71 for him was absolutely huge. And then you've also got, Laurie Evans, a duck as well. Lance Morris, Finn Allen taking 30. points through catches is absolutely huge. Could have almost had more as well, it felt like, just with the way it was going down. He could have, if they cleaned up this tail here, he probably ends up with 4 or 5 catches there and easily scores like a 70 without the bat, basically, or without the bonus in the bat. So he would, Finn Allen, that had the makings of like a 100 game, just like that, simply put. But he ends up on 50. And then we get to Will Sutherland, 70 or 45, ends up with 100 with the bat clean. He's just an absolute all-rounder. For those that traded out, that sucks. I almost traded him out. He was in my trade plans, and then I just decided Jamie Overton on a no game. Plus, he also could be out by round 8 or 9. We don't know exactly when he leaves. It's so I thought 1 or 2 games compared to Will Sutherland having 4. It's probably best just to trade Jamie Overton out. Tommy Rogers shows basically, and Tommy Rogers was about a foot away on the last shot from getting the 50 bonus, I guess, that you get 10 points there. He would have also got 2 more runs, so that's 12. Plus, he would have bumped this strike rate up into the 160 echelon, so it would have been 17 extra points for the ball traveling another foot. Like another foot, that hits the Toblerone on the full, that gets him his 50, etc. and everything, and he celebrates, etc., whatever. But yeah, that's just how close he was to getting another 17 points, which would have put him at a 136 for the game. So it just shows how valuable those bowlers can be from the when they get past 20 with the bat, as well as taking a pole or 2. Sandhu, 0 off 1, did his job. Not Jack Leach-like, but did his job with the bat. Behrendorff, 1 maiden, 22. He got 94 or something, or sorry, 84 with the ball, and then ended up taking a catch as well as everything. I wonder one thing actually. I just want to say it. He doesn't actually get it. That's quite funny. Not Mitchell Marsh. Andrew Tye came on in the field and took 2 catches, which will be classified as sub catches here. You can see. But doesn't get them counted towards him, and doesn't actually get on the field, which is quite an interesting quirk about BBL SuperCoach. And probably a good thing, because that would suck if you came on as a sub fielder, they took a catch, and then you're like, but that was my captaincy option or whatever. So yeah, that would have sucked for people. But anyway, that's probably a good thing that they don't do that. Jai Richardson, 2 for 28. Say 40, 50, 60, probably. Yeah, we said 60 points flat, I think he scored in the end, off the ball, and 11 with the bat. Lance Morris, 2 for 21. He looked too good at that point, and he ended up with, I think, 64 with the ball or something like that. 66 there for him. He ended up getting under that next band for the economy rate bonus, so that's how he got it. Only 11 dot balls, though, because 3 of them were leg buys or buys or whatever. So that kind of sucks for him. I would like to see that be a slight change, but then again, you're probably going to have to also have a slight change to the batters. So, because that's another point or 2 per game that most of these, or another point per game, and a lot of these guys will pick up, a lot of bowlers. So you probably have to equalize it out with boundaries or something like that. Because that's something I would like to see is 4s get an extra point and 6s get an extra 2 points. That would even put Will Sutherland's not get another 11 points for Will Sutherland if that was the case. So he would have ended up 177. And then if he'd gotten the strike rate bonus up to the max, it would have been 182. So that just shows how crazy his knock was in the end. Matt Kelly, he just sucked, simply put. Bowled a wide as well as a no ball to start the last over. So yeah, he just couldn't finish the job off. Ash Nagar, 3 overs, none for 25. 2 wides. I believe he took a catch, I want to say, or did he? Nope, just the 4 points through the bowling. And then Cooper Conley, 1 over for 12, did nothing. Ashton Turner absolutely sucked. He got 8 with the bat, dropped a catch in the last over, which he probably had to drop anyway with the positioning it was in, but also missed a clean run out where he had 3 stumps to aim at. Would have liked to have seen him end up in the 30s, as that would have been an easier to play now that we don't know still about Tom Curran and how he's going to play out, etc. But I'd also project, and I just want to do the Sydney Olympic Park weather. This is the weather that we're looking at and how I sort of check it. You can see here 40% each, etc. You can see here 80% chance of rain. This is just for the game tonight here, quickly running through it. And then you'll see here, we're actually getting nope, that's the next hour. I thought that it'd move forward, but no, it was just the next hour or 3 hour bracket being up. We're still getting 50-60% chance of 3 mils. So yeah, it's not looking good. And then I can also give you Sydney radar and just show you exactly what I mean by this. Sydney radar, and you can see here that it's starting to come through at the moment. And it seems like it's circling around just a little bit, which is not a good sign. It seems like it's going like this a little bit. So if that starts to hit, Homebush is, for those people wondering, around about here. And if that starts to circle around like it is at the moment, that's the last half an hour. If it starts circling around, we ain't getting a game on. Newcastle is getting absolutely pummeled at the moment in Port Stephens. But anyway, that pretty much is the video there and sort of an insight into what's going to happen tonight. I don't expect any play to happen tonight given the radar. Sorry for those that were listening along on Spotify that didn't get to see what I was looking at the radar, but yeah, it doesn't look good. It looks like it's going to hit around 4 or 5 hours from now, if that, and that's around about the 4 or 5 p.m. region, because this is being recorded just before midday. That means that I expect that to carry through for another 2-3 hours. That's how big the band is. It looks like a band as big as about half of New South Wales. That's how big that band is. But anyway, it is what it is. If you did enjoy that video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload. Those listening on Spotify, give me a follow over there and you'll know when I upload over there. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.